Hello everyone and welcome back to AngularJS Codecademy. So today is the last lesson on AngularJS. As I said, this is quite a lot shorter course. If you guys have anything in mind that you would like me to show you how to do, as in for the courses, I'm planning on doing jQuery, but if you guys want to see something else, then please post that in the comments down below. Any suggestions are appreciated. But now that it's the last lesson, congratulations for getting this far. And now let's just finish the course off. There shouldn't be too much. We're going to be talking about routing and finishing off. So let's just get started. So far we've made AngularJS apps that display data in a single view index.html, so in the main file. But what happens when the app grows and needs to display more information? Stuffing more code to a single view will quickly make things messy. So a better solution is to use multiple templates that display different pieces of data based on the URL that the user is visiting. We can do this with Angular's application routes, or routes. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but it doesn't matter, you know what I mean. Instructions. In index.html, under the dot header, so class header, let's find that, here we go. Type in the code exactly as you see here, so under that. Exactly under it, I'm guessing, so I'm just going to put it there. Oops. And we're going to need to write something in between those two tags, in between the div tags. So let's run it, and good. View the AngularJS app in the browser by typing that. Okay, there hasn't been much of a change here. I don't know what that says, if it's supposed to even say anything. I can't see that button, which I don't know what it does. Oh, that's part of the same button. Okay, never mind. So that's fine. In app.js, so in the other tab that's open for us, which you should also be able to find around here somewhere. App.js, there. If it wasn't open for you, or if you close it accidentally. In app.js, under the angular.module, so underneath this, type in this code. So let's look at this after I copy and paste it in. We have app config, so we're creating some kind of a function with route provider, and route provider something when that controller is home controller, so we're again using some kind of controller. We're using a template from this URL, and if that doesn't work, so because there's a when, otherwise do this, redirect to nowhere, basically, I'm guessing. Hopefully it's going to explain it a bit more, so let's move on. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Now we got a lot more detail on our page. So recent photos by Tim Gage, by Didier Barchiger, sorry I can't pronounce that name, and by all of those people. Yeah, let's just go with that. So moving on. Great, a gallery of images shows up, as we can see here. We can't click on them yet. So how does it work? In app.js, inside the app config, so inside here, inside this method actually, because it is a method or a function, we use Angular's route provider to define the application routes or routes. We used when to map the URL / to the controller home controller, and the template home.html. The home controller uses the service JS services and photos.js. So let's just have a look at that, just for something to see. So this just takes the photos or images to fetch the array of all photos from the web page that's provided, from the URL that's provided, and stores it into scope photos. The home HTML uses ngRepeat to loop through each item in the photos array and display each item. So let's find home.html, wherever that might be. Hopefully it's not too far away. Ah, there we go, home.html. So let's find that ngRepeat. So as you can see, photo in photos, and we're looping through using expression by doing it like that. So otherwise, if a user accidentally visits a URL other than /, we just redirect to / using otherwise. as I said here. So it's like an else statement. This is like an if in a way, and this is like an else in a way. Now when a user visits slash, a view will be constructed by injecting home.html into the div ngView/div in index.html. So the thing that we added here. So we don't actually need that spacing there. Okay, because nothing goes in between. Good. Instructions. In app.js, between the .when and .otherwise, add another .when maps that maps the URL photos ID to the controller photo controller and the template views photo HTML template. So we want another .when. We can pretty much just copy. Well, actually, yeah, I am just going to copy what is already given to me so that I don't mess anything up. Okay, so only the last statement requires a semicolon by the looks of things. And in this case, we don't want just slash, we want when slash photos and slash colon ID. All lowercase, because sometimes, usually, it's, what's it called? Case sensitive. And we want the controller to be photo controller. There we go. And the template to be views/photo HTML. I will just delete the full stop afterwards. There we go. Let's run that and see what happens now. Well, we haven't visited the new site, but let's see. Come on, there we go. So, what happened there? Oh, we need to actually visit the new one. What if I click there? So it just redirects me to there. Let's try pasting this in instead. Okay. Yeah. So something else shows up. Like it should do, hopefully. Yeah. That's fine. Because as long as there are two different places to go to, it's fine. And here the photo controller, let's find that controller actually. And here we are, what are we doing here? So we have scope, photos, route, and if it's success, it just returns ID. Okay, let's see if it's going to explain it a bit better here. So what did we just do? Good. In apps.js, we mapped the URL to photo controller and photo.html. We added a variable part named ID to the URL like this. So that's what we added. In photo controller, we used Angular's route params or parameters to retrieve ID from the URL by using route params.id. So notice that we injected both route parameters and the photos services into the photo controller dependency array to make them available to use inside the controller. So it's kind of like, you know, you have codecademy.com and then you have Codecademy /e and /stuff /other stuff and more stuff. So it's basically similar to that, or maybe even exactly the same as that, what we did here. So then to fetch an individual photo, we first used the photos services to fetch the array of photos from the server, and then used route params.id to access the specific photo by its index. So let's route params in here. No, it's going to be in here. Yep, there. As before, any properties attached to scope become available to use in the view. This means in photo.html we can display the photo's details using expressions as done before. So notice that when you click on links, the app doesn't do a full reload. Only the part of the view specified by the div changes. So there. So now we actually go to a different image. So let's see. Can we reload this somehow? Yeah. So if we open this, we get a different view. And it goes to a different place on the web page. Or website, now that we made it. So let's see what we need to do. Finish the template so that it displays the photo's details. First, in the browser, visit that. Looking at the format of the data in the array, each photo has 6 pieces of data. Title, author, URL, pub date, upvotes, and views. Okay. In the template, photo.html, so let's find that. Where was it? There are just so many things to look for. Ah, there we go. Display a photo's remaining 5 pieces of data. Then visit localhost or the default view in the browser and click on a photo. A detailed page about that photo should appear. So those two are done, kind of. We'll see. Use the number filter to format the views and upvotes. Okay. So we actually need to put in our expression here. So let's do that. I'll just copy this and put it everywhere afterwards. And delete the spacing of that as well. Loads of repetition, but this could maybe be done in a different way. Depends how you want to do it. So class is that, and then the regular expression for the title. We want it should just be detail.title, shouldn't it? We'll see. So let's run that and visit localhost and just see what happens. Maybe not. I will just do this over and I will come back once I have pasted everything because there's quite a lot to do. So once you put detail dot and whatever you're specifying here, so for title it's detail.title, author detail.author, and so on. What should show up is when you're on the main page, when you click on that, you should have the normal web page, so just these images. And when you click on any image, first you will get the image itself on the top, then you will get the title, in this case it's called Lake, then you will get the name of the author, then you will get how many views it has, then you will get how many upvotes it has, and then you will get its published date. But the published date isn't actually formatted, so let's do the formatting now as it is in the instructions. First of all, we want to format views and upvotes to have the number. So again, you do that with the pipe thing, and we want number. I'll leave a space afterwards because that's how they taught me to do it. And for views and for upvotes. There we go. Now let's actually see what effect that has on the pictures. I'm interested. Oh, okay, so it puts a comment there so that it's more easy to count. And use date to filter the pub date. There we go. And now it should show up something like June, whatever, hopefully. Okay, this one's November 2014. Let's check the other ones just to show that it does actually work. That's November 15th, 2014 again. And 2nd of October 2014. So view the result in the browser. The photos, views, upvotes, and date should now be formatted, instead of just being some random numbers that not a normal person can read. So now that we've done that, let's move on to the last section of the last lesson of AngularJS and C generalizations. So why are routes useful? Instead of filling a single view with more code than needed, routes let us map URLs to self-contained controllers and templates. Furthermore, now that the app has URLs, users can easily bookmark and share the app's pages. So instead of having to tell your friend to go to here and then look at other stuff without actually having a link, you might click here, but there might not be a link to here. Now you have a link to this specific place instead of just here and giving instructions. So it's like a new web page, and we got achievements. Woo. So yeah. So what can we generalize so far? Directives are a way to make standalone UI components like app info. Services are a way to make standalone communication logic like forecast, which fetches weather data from a server or an outside computer or provider. Routes are a way to manage apps containing more views. So I guess that this is actually the previous example. Yeah, that is the previous example. So that's it for this course, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. If you didn't, then give this video a dislike. Tell me in the comments why you didn't like it so that I can improve for next time. Also, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask me in the comments down below, like I've said always. And if you also have any suggestions about what I should be doing next, which course I should be doing next, then please leave that in the comments down below as well. But until the next course, thank you guys so much for watching, congratulations on finishing this course, and goodbye.